Nice.
The tea is coming soon.
We got the tea.
If you at home or on the move, but you gotta stay tuned.
Stay tuned, y'all.
Summer's room. The tea is coming soon.
We got the tea.
If you at home or on the move, but you gotta stay tuned.
Stay tuned, y'all.
Summer's room.
Be sure to smash that follow button on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Summer, your host with the most. How is everyone doing? As you guys come in, make sure you hit the thumbs up or the like, and make sure you definitely hit that share button. Please let me know in the comments if there's an echo. If there's a big echo, please let me know. If so, then I will change my headset. I'm in an empty room that we just cleaned out, so it might be a little like playback. So if it's playback, if it's too much, let me know. Come on in, you guys. Share the live. Sharing is caring. Don't be stingy. You heard me? Don't be stingy. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody was well. I almost didn't come live tonight. I tried to talk myself out of it. I said, girl, if you don't get your behind up and go ahead and do this live, because you know you want to do it. You know you want to do it. If you don't want to share me to your personal page, go ahead and share me to some groups. Hey, Jacqueline Blue, thank you so much for being a member of my YouTube channel. I appreciate you. Hey, B. What's up, Catherine? Can you guys hear me okay? Do you guys hear me out there? Please let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Okay. Do I have a bad echo? Hey, Portia, how you doing, love? Hey, Miss Antoinette. Hey, love. How you doing? How you doing? What's up, Patricia? Hey, Leanne. What up, Hope? Come on in, you guys. Hit that share button. Prayers goes out to everyone that decided to stay in Florida. From my understanding, the hurricane has actually touched down. I'm in an empty room. I sound like I'm in a bathroom. They say, yes, I'm clear. Is it bothersome? Hey, Cheryl Pearl, what's up, girl? How you doing, love? I responded back to one of your comments, too. Is the echo too bad? I got to put some furniture in here. I just cleaned out this room that we were just throwing stuff into, so it's empty. It's empty. Send some praying hands or some hearts up for Florida, you guys. Today we're going to be covering two different things, okay? We're going to be talking about Miss Netta, because she's a hot topic again in the media. And we're going to also be talking about Brenay and Akira. If you guys don't know who that is, I have some clips on my page. I'm going to do a little backstory on them before we get into the topic to try to catch you guys up that are not aware of the story. And then we're going to get into the new tea involved in them, okay? Okay, awesome. Is anyone in the chat in Florida? Or does anyone in the chat have family members in Florida? If you're over on Facebook, you might want to make your way over to YouTube, because I'm going to be clipping the Facebook momentarily, and we're going to only be streaming on YouTube. So come on over to YouTube. If you come to YouTube and this is your first time on my YouTube, or if you are someone that likes to watch in the shadows, you don't really want to support, but you want to see what we got to say. This is a subscribers only live, so you have to subscribe to the channel. It's free, $99, doesn't cost you a thing. You have to subscribe to the channel. or you won't be able to engage in the comments, and I think YouTube will kick you out. So if you're on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. Hey, Toya Boo. Go ahead and get them kids ready for bed. Alayla is in bed already, honey bunny. I said, you guys to go to bed. Go to bed. Prayers to anyone affected by the hurricane. Yes, yes, my son is good so far. God is good all the time. Amy, keep Florida in your prayers. From my understanding, Hurricane Hilton went from a category 5. It was teetering between a 5 and a 4, but from my understanding, they are now facing a category 3, which is a lot better than a category 5, but it is still very dangerous. From my understanding, the surge has went down to between 5 feet and 13 feet. 13 feet of water is still too much water. Most people are not going to survive that if they are in that area. Unless they are in some type of high rise that is, they on like the 3rd, 4th floor or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So prayers to everyone that has family in the area who didn't make it out for whatever their reasons were. I pray that you guys make it out safe and sound. And they already going through devastation. They didn't even get through Hurricane Helene yet. And today they were hit with tornadoes. Did you guys see that? They were hit with tornadoes. You guys. Like before the hurricane even touched down, they were hit with several tornadoes. People lost their houses, cars was flipped over, all types of stuff. And that was prior to the hurricane even arriving. Yes, y'all. Toy said only 5 likes. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. They free. They don't cost you a thing, y'all. They don't cost you a thing. What up, Amy? Hey, Annie. Come on over to YouTube, you guys. I'm going to be clipping Facebook momentarily. We're going to get into this tea. Miss Netta is back in the limelight again. And this time, she might not be the one in... I don't want to say that because some people might not like that. But for me, I feel like even if you're a hater, it kind of would be hard for you to see what this situation really is. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into that. I'm going to break that down for y'all, give y'all my little 2 cents on how I feel about it. And then we're going to talk about the Brenay and Akira situation. Brenay is a TikToker that divorced her husband and ended up with her ex. Well, he's still her husband. They're going through a divorce. But her husband's cousin that we just found out is not his like bio cousin, but they grew up with each other type time. And they also used to hang out as couples. Like he was married, Brianna was married to her husband Devin, and then Devin's cousin, who is now not his cousin, was married, and they all used to double date. Hey, Cupcake Boo, thank you so much for being a member of the channel. I appreciate you, love. Okay, Facebook, I'm about to let you go so we can go ahead and get into this tea and break it down. All right, y'all, we finna go ahead and let y'all go. Come on over to YouTube if you want to enjoy this recap. Okay, here we go. Let Facebook go. Boom. Removing Facebook. What's up, y'all? It's your favorite recapper, Summer's Room. We are back for another fun time. I hope you guys enjoy what I have to say. I'm going to give you my 2 cents, and I will definitely give you an opportunity to give yours. If I don't get your comments, please don't feel ignored. A lot of times, if I focus on y'all comments, I lose my train of thought. So I'm going to go ahead and speak my little mind, and I will try to take breaks in between, to make sure I'm reading what you guys have to say. But before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and get into some rules of the live stream, you guys. Okay? 2 rules. And I know most people do not intend to be malicious when they do this. Some people think they're just doing a good deed, okay? Please do not announce when another content creator is live, okay? Do not announce that another content creator is live. If someone else goes live and you want to enjoy their live stream, just exit the live silently and enjoy the stream. Please do not announce it. What this does a lot of times is it pull people away from the current stream because people are, they want to see, they nosy, especially if it's somebody that got hot topics and normally got tea. So please do me a favor and do not announce that another content creator is live, okay? If you would like to watch their live, just exit out on your own and go enjoy their live. Come back if you do. If not, catch me on a replay. Over here in Summer's room, you are more than welcome to speak your mind. I just ask that you don't do too much. I don't like the mean girl thing. I don't like the bullying thing. We can have our opinions and our perspectives, but we don't have to do too much. We don't have to beat people up in the comments. You know what I'm saying? We can agree to disagree. When I do my recaps, I give my perspective and my opinion. But I don't turn my perspective and my opinion into someone else's truth. Meaning just because I think it doesn't make it a fact. Just because this is what I got out of what they said doesn't mean that it's true. It's just my perspective, my understanding. Over here in Summer's room, whoever we cover, if they come across the live stream for some reason and they want to come up and clarify something at any point in time, either during the live or after, they are always welcome to come on to the platform and give some clarification or insight on what we discussed, because we fair over here, so. And you also don't have to be Team Summer to be here. You could be Team whoever you want to be. You could be no team at all. You could like who you want to like, dislike who you want to like. It doesn't matter. We all grown at the end of the day, and we have our own choices. We like who we like. We dislike who we like. I just ask that everybody act their age, not their shoe size. Although some of y'all got some real big feet. My favorite Australian girl. I've missed you. How have you been, love? How have you been? Also, quick reminder, if you miss my notifications when I go live, especially if you follow me on Facebook, I am shadow banned. They are not pushing me out right now. I think I have another 3 months before I come out of the shadow ban. So one way to keep up on what I got going on is to sign up for my text alerts. Go ahead and text Cellies, CELLIES to 81010. It's streaming across the bottom of my page. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can see it spelled clearly there. Just text that 81010 number, Cellies, and I'll add you on to my text notification list. Okay. And thank you. Whew, child. Don't be afraid to like, share, and follow, you guys. Don't be afraid to like, share, and follow. Okay, we finna get into this. Let me edit something real quick. Goodness gracious. Boom. I'm gonna put that. No, I'm gonna leave this. Let me leave this at the bottom so people know. I'll put it back up there later. Okay, y'all, and we are back. We are back like we never left. What's up, y'all? What's up? It's your girl Summer, your host with the most of Summer's Room, and we are reporting live from the back room of my house. And we got some tea to discuss, okay? We got some tea to discuss. Let me bring this down a bit because I feel like it's too hot. Let me see. Oh, boom. I'm going to be taking these glasses off because this light is throwing me, okay? I'm good, my love. Hope you are well. I miss y'all. I am doing well. I miss you too. Hey, Joe. You like my shades? I've had these shades for almost a year. I got it from one of my daughter's dances at her school. And I got my news reporter paper and my pen. And we're going to be checking things off and getting it in. Make sure y'all got y'all little snacks. I'm drinking water. I'm on day 3. I'm at the end of day 3 of my 3-day detox where I have only liquids, okay? So I got me a little peppermint in case I need something, to kind of keep it going a little bit, But we finna get into it. We finna get into this tea, okay? I had to turn that light off because some lights, But I like the shades. I think I want to keep the shades on. I think I like the shades. think I like the shades. No, they bother me. I gotta take the shades off. I'm old. I'm old, y'all. I gotta take the shades off. Okay, you guys. So we're gonna get into this tea real quick, and I might play some audio for y'all. I should have brought my. I need to. I'm gonna get set up in this room, and I'm gonna get my table and stuff back set up in here, and have my laptop and stuff. So instead of just audio, I could play some visual for you guys as well. But since we can't do that today, we're gonna go ahead and just get into the tea, okay? So most of y'all, some of you may know, but some of you may not know. So recently, Miss Netta went viral again, okay? It was a situation at a DMV in Alabama. So the reason why Miss Netta was at the DMV was because Charles' license had been suspended for quite some time, because he didn't just have to go in and, or did he ever have it? Had to been he either never had a license, and I'm not saying that this is true, I just don't know for a fact. It was one or two options. He either never had a license, but from my understanding, he used to drive. Well, he was recently driving and shouldn't have been driving, because they had let it be known on the live that his license, that he didn't have a license, but he still was driving. But anyway, that's their business. They want to risk that, right? So either he never had a license, or his license had been suspended for so long. Y'all let me know if the echo was too bad. If the echo was too bad, I will try another way. Please let me know if the echo was too bad. He either never had a license, or his license was suspended for so long, he had to go start the process over. He had to go to the DMV and take a permit test. Like normally, if your license is suspended, you pay the restoration fee, and boom, you back on the road. Not him. And for those who was confused on that video, Rolandis is Charles. Charles is Rolandis. I think Rolandis is his real name. I guess Charles is like his stage name. I think. I'm not positive. This is what I think. Somebody can correct me in the comments if y'all want to. But I know Rolandis is his real name. So they at the DMV or whatever, right? And Miss Netta says, according to her, that while she was at the DMV, that they let the people know at the DMV, hey, Miss Netta and Charles is here, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She said all of a sudden people wanted to take pictures and stuff like that, because y'all know everybody know who Miss Netta and Charles is. They are icons, baby, period. Stop hating. So she said this young lady walks in, and she thought that she was recording them. So Miss Netta said she waved like, hey, but the lady didn't say nothing to him. She just kept walking, and Miss Netta was like, dang, like looking back like, what's that about? Like she just kept on walking. So, that was the first thing for Miss Netta. And this young lady's name is, I forget her full page name, but it's Don Diva on TikTok, or whatnot. So they go ahead and go get settled in where they need to go get settled in at, and the girl walks into the same room that her and Charles is in. And Miss Netta is peeping game, right? She peeping game, like the girl keep looking at her or whatever. She thought she was recording her. Miss Netta thought she was recording her or whatever, and all of a sudden the girl asks her like, what's your problem? Or like, what's good? Like, why you keep looking at me or whatever like that. And Miss Netta like, you keep looking at me. You keep looking at me like you keep looking at me like, do we have a problem? Like, what's up? She like, I'm not trying to start no mess. Miss Netta seems to be very level-headed. To me, when she was talking to her, she didn't come off rude or anything like that. If y'all watch that video, y'all give me y'all opinions on that situation. Did y'all think Miss Netta came off rude in any way? Now, I want to play. Hold on, wait. Before I do that, so they kind of having dialogue back and forth. In my opinion, the girl Don Diva was popping her stuff. She like laughing and giggling, and like, to me, she came off like very mean, attitude-ish. She came off like I have an attitude, like she was ready. And apparently, it made sense that she had an attitude and she was ready, because she did a TikTok or had a page or something where she used to come from Miss Netta. She was one of the people who had an issue with the statement that Miss Netta made about Black women. Okay? She had an issue with the statement that Miss Netta made about Black women, and so she gave her attitude. And she also claimed that Miss Netta had gotten her TikTok page taken. So as they're talking, Miss Netta. So the reason why all this came to social media was because after they was at the DMV and they had their back and forth and dialogue or whatever, Miss Netta came home and she did a live stream. Now, what I heard from Miss Netta, she simply was just explaining what she went through at the DMV, and because it ended up ending on a good note, so everyone thought anyway. Because when Miss Netta spoke about it, she was like, she was one of the people that felt some type of way about my statement about black women, and Miss Netta was like, well, did you hear who I was directing a statement to? And she said the young lady was like, yeah, I know the first time you made a general statement, then the second time you corrected yourself and you made it more specific and who you was referring to. She said she asked the young lady said, but you shouldn't have said it at all. And Miss Netta was like, she like, I ain't gonna argue. Pretty much, Miss Netta was like, well, did you see what everything was going on social media for about a year now? Like how black women have been coming for me. And she said the young lady was like, yes, I seen it. And, pretty much she was like, she felt like they had an understanding. Like the young lady was like, I could understand how you was frustrated and why, you went off, but, you shouldn't have said it. And then, they kind of they kind of like hashed things out and cleared the air. For those who are coming into the YouTube, if you find that YouTube is not allowing you to engage, because I see my numbers keep fluctuating up and down, if you can't engage, it's because you have not subscribed to the channel. Subscribing is absolutely free. You have to subscribe in order to view the live and to comment. Give it a few minutes once you subscribe, and you should be able to interact freely, and it shouldn't kick you out of the live. Okay, so Miss Netta even mentioned that the girl had gave her some tips and everything. She was like, the girl gave me some pretty good tips or whatever like that. And Miss Netta's whole point was like, from the part I heard, I don't know if it was more to it or not because I missed her actual live stream because it got clips from YouTube and she went live on TikTok. And by the time I got over there, the live was over. But the part that I see circulating, Miss Netta just was explaining like, I met someone at the DMV. They initially had an issue with me because of the things I had said on social media. Once we had a dialogue and we cleared the air, we hashed things out. I even offered to unblock because she was like she was blocked or something. I forget if the lady told her she was blocked or Miss Netta somehow found out she was blocked. She even offered to unblock her. And she said initially the lady was like, no, don't worry about unblocking me. And she said, Miss Netta said, but then like when they was leaving, she was like, yeah, go ahead and unblock me. So Miss Netta pretty much went live and she said at the end, like, she just wanted to highlight how the impact she had on someone in person when she was able to kind of sit down, talk to them face to face and explain things. And for them to get to experience who she was in person versus, only getting to watch her online. And, she was like, pretty much, she keep explaining like Miss Netta is a character and that it's different online because I'm fighting haters. So I don't think people, another thing, hold on, let me back up. Another thing the lady kept saying is, you know who I am, and Miss Netta like, I don't know, who are you? I don't know you. And she said the lady had showed her like some little video or something from social media, and Miss Netta was like, I don't know who you are. I don't know. And I think people think because they had an interaction with an influencer that they automatically will stick. Now, not to say that you are insignificant or you're not important, but you have to understand, Miss Netta be having thousands of people, not only on her live stream, but she had hundreds, if not thousands of people coming at her every day. It's always somebody coming at her for something that she said they didn't like, whether they don't like how she looked or whatever. So as many people come at Miss Netta, you can't really expect her to remember you off of one interaction. Like, it's almost impossible. Like, it's almost impossible for people to think you're going to see every single comment. It's kind of like the same thing. People get so offended when you don't see a comment. And if you've never been on a live stream, you really don't know. Because it wasn't until I was up on a live stream and was able to see the comments with somebody who had hundreds of people on a live stream. Or when my live stream picked up and do numbers and the comments is going, it's like, whoa, I can't possibly read every single comment. Now, I do know my roomies. I see y'all names, y'all stick out to me, but that's because we have built a rapport, a relationship, and not just negativity. Like, A lot of y'all who I know by name, we interact probably almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Whether I go live or not. So people be expecting influencers or content creators to know who they are, and it don't be them being smart. You are one. You look at yourself as one individual, and Miss Netta is one individual, right? But that's not for Miss Netta is only one person, and you are one of hundreds of people. You are probably literally one of hundreds of people who are coming at her left and right, you know. And if you only did one video, one or two videos, that wouldn't be something that really would stick out, especially if you kind of was spewing the same banter, or whatnot. So anyway, so the girl Don Diva catches wind of Miss Netta's live, right? And so, like I said, from my understanding, Miss Netta wasn't coming on a bad drag or be messy. From the part that I saw, she was just highlighting the interaction she had and how she had made an impact from sitting with her. Now, something else was said beyond that. I missed that, so you can't hold me accountable for that. If somebody want to come in and fill me in on that part, you're more than welcome to do so. But I searched around TikTok, I looked on YouTube, Facebook, and I didn't see anything that went beyond the one clip that I see circulating. So the young lady decided to go live. She like, I need y'all to get me to 500 so I can go live. She even had the girl Duchess share her out. Now Duchess is another story. We're gonna touch on that too. I almost forgot about her. Duchess is the one that supposedly trademarked Miss Netta name. Okay, so she had Duchess share her page out, and she went on to a live stream. Damn, I can't think of his name. It's this guy that covered Miss Netta. A lot of people be on his panel. Duchess was on his panel on TikTok too. I can't think of his name, but she was like, I'm going to tell my story on my own page once I get to 500. So she went live to debunk some of the things that Miss Netta said, claiming that Miss Netta was lying and that's not how it went, and she ain't going to lie to her and da 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 da. So the girl go live to tell her part, but it's not going the way that she thought it would go, because she is claiming like it was Miss Netta, Miss Netta, Miss Netta. But the clips that she dropped, because she was recording Miss Netta. And the first clip that stood out to me was, she was like, I was irritated in this video. I want y'all, this is a real short. She was like, I was irritated in this video. Her face like, she like rolling her eyes and stuff. Cause she was like, she was eating those chips, those Doritos, stank Doritos chips. And it was just, she was eating it like, it was just bothering me. So I'm like, so you were bothered by Miss Netta. She eating her chips, minding her business, and you already mad, and you recording her. Why are you recording her? So it made sense that Miss Netta was looking at you, because she was like, Miss Netta she kept looking at me. So I said, if she look at me again, I'm going to ask her, what she looking at? So I'm like, how you get mad about Miss Netta looking at you because she could feel or tell that you're recording her? I'm like, the audacity, it don't make sense. So she's claiming, she was like, so she was like, she asked Miss Netta like, what's good, or why you keep looking at me, or do we have a problem, or something like that. And so her and Miss Netta started going back and forth. Now, from where I stand, Miss Netta wasn't rude or ignorant. The lady was giving her attitude. Now, I want to play a clip for y'all of that interaction so y'all can tell me what y'all think. So I'm not putting stuff into y'all head. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all. Hold on. Let me see. I want to play this clip real quick for y'all so y'all can tell me what y'all view is. If y'all think, you know, what I think. Okay, hold on. Let me know if y'all can hear this, okay? I'm about to play it right now. Tell me if y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear that?
No. Heather? Could you go for the look at it? Yeah, that's why I'm not over here, because you was staring at me over here. Who was staring at you? Yeah, that's why I'm like, who was staring at you? You, like I spoke to you before. No, you didn't speak to me. No, no, you didn't. When you said your camera, I did it right here. Who's saying the camera? When you were supposed to say right here, I did it right here. No, you didn't. Okay. Yeah, you know exactly.
Yesterday. Now that's just a little short snippet. Could y'all hear that? So the girl asked her, hold on.
Could you get for them again? No. He ended up dropping videos that she recorded on Snapchat of the interaction of her and Miss Netta at the DMV. No.
She said that she asked her, like, do we have a problem? And Miss Netta, like, do I know you? And the girl, like, no. And she was like, do I know you? And she like, no. She like, no, really, like, do I know you? And she like, no. And she was like, because you definitely was looking at me. She was like, I was looking at you because you looking at me. She was, or whatever. And so I'm like, based on the evidence that the girl dropped, this happened yesterday, Teresa. I don't know if I answered you, but this happened yesterday, from my understanding. Yesterday. So I'm like, you come in, she said when she walked into the DMV that she wasn't recording Miss Netta, that she was on the phone. So I'm like, okay, I could see Miss Netta like in the moment, giving the lady the benefit of the doubt. Let's say she wasn't recording Miss Netta. Let's say she came in, she was on the phone, talking to whoever she was talking to. And Miss Netta thought she was recording her. Because at the time, Miss Netta was taking pictures with people left and right. The people at the DMV had announced that they was there. So her phone was in her hand. And she was like, Miss Netta, wave. The girl also said, just because you waved don't mean I had to speak to you. She was like, and Miss Netta was like, you was giving me attitude like your face was all scrunched up and stuff like that. She was like, so what if my face was balled up? And I'm just like, your whole demeanor is giving angry black woman. Your whole demeanor was given, oh, that's Miss Netta. I can't stand her. I don't like her. And it makes sense because you didn't like her, because you didn't like the stuff that she said on social media. So you was standoffish as soon as you knew she was there. And I'm sorry, and this is based off like the evidence she dropped. You confirmed that you was recording this lady while she was eating chips and sipping her juice. You claim you pulled out your phone to start recording her because of, oh look, I could do that on YouTube. What? And wait a minute, am I still on Facebook? Am I on Facebook, y'all? Let me see if I'm still on Facebook. Hold on, wait. Cause how am I doing that on YouTube? Can y'all see that? No, it say I was live. You see it? Okay, YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Okay, YouTube. I forget what the other one is. What's the one for the balloons? That's for the thumbs up. What's the one for the balloons? I forget the one for the balloons. What's the one for the balloons, y'all? I know that's fireworks. That's the thumbs up. Oh. It ain't gonna do the balloons? No? All right, look at me getting distracted. Anyway. So, let me see what you said. She wanted, let me see. Hold up. So she was the one recorded Miss Netta and asked Miss Netta if she got a problem. Wow, that girl is the problem, not Miss Netta. She wanted to start something with Miss Netta, trying to flip it. Wow. So that's how I took it, Teresa. I took it as if, say my name and the balloons pop up. Toya, 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 Toya. Oh, party time. Excellent. Oh, they go to balloons. They go to balloons. So I'm like, you was, based on what she said, it's given, you came in with an attitude. You came in wanting to start mess. And then she was like, so she went live again. And somebody was like, do you always record people because they looking at you? And she was like, no, I only recorded her because I know she like to switch it up. So I'm like, so you recorded her you recorded her hoping that Miss Netta was going to flip out like she do on social media. But honestly, if you listen to that live, Miss Netta never raised her voice. She was asking questions. She said multiple times, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to start no mess. She just was trying to figure out, like, why you recording me and do we have an issue and how can we squash it? She even says that, like, she ended up asking the girl, can I sit next to you? Can I sit right here? Can we have a conversation? Can we clear this up before we leave? You know, and she said the girl ended up, she still was giving her attitude, like, yeah, you can sit wherever you want to sit, you know, whatever. And she said even throughout them having a conversation, the young lady still was giving her attitude, but she felt like they made progress and that it had ended on a positive note. Right? But then she felt like she had to come live and clear it up. We would have never known who the girl was. Because the clip that I saw, she never mentioned the girl's name because Ms. Netta said she didn't know who she was. So if she never would have went live, from my understanding, we would have had no clue I would have had no clue who she was. Sorry, y'all, if she didn't go live. But did anybody see the full live? Did she mention a girl's name? And I feel like it would have been almost impossible for her to mention her name because whatever page she originally had was taken. So she made a new page, I'm assuming under a new name. Hey Mel, hey love, how you doing, Mel? Hearts for Mel. So, in my personal opinion, from what I understand, based on the evidence that she supplied, it sounds like she came in there and she was upset with Miss Netta already because she was one of the individuals that took offense to Miss Netta's statement about the black women that hate on her. She took it as an attack on herself, which a lot of black women have. I personally didn't take it as an attack on me because I understood that she was talking to the people that spew hate towards her. And let me tell y'all something else real quick. I wish y'all stay out my comments talking about what you mean her, and that's a man, and that his name Joe. I know that Miss Netta was born a man. I know that Miss Netta's real name is Joe Netta Robinson. But I know her as her character. I know Joe as his character, which is Mrs. Netta. And that is who I cover on social media. I cover Mrs. Netta. Mrs. Netta is a she. She plays the character or role of a female. I don't know if she says she doesn't acquire. I don't know if you want to call her the drag queen or it's just a character. She said it's just a character. She doesn't, ascribe to an actual label, and that it's just a character for social media. So I'm very aware and I'm very conscious that Miss Netta is born a male, but I know Miss Netta as Miss Netta, so I refer to Miss Netta as such, a she. Y'all gotta get out of y'all feelings with that. It's okay if you want to say he, if you want to call Miss Netta Joe, that's her real name or his real name. And Miss Netta has said on more than one occasion that in her hometown before she blew up, they all referred to her as Joe. She never ascribed as a female. He never ascribed as a female, and he never, tried. He never wanted to transition. So I need people to let that go. Okay? Okay. Just let it go. So based on what I just shared with you guys, what do you guys think? And I want you to go watch those clips, okay? I broke it down into 3 segments, or you could watch the full live. I think I put it up for the public. It might just be only in my subscribers, but I broke it down into 3 pieces, or it's a long highlight where everything meshed together. I think it's like 18 or 19 minutes. You could just watch it straight through. I kind of lined everything up in like sequence so you can understand what's going on. And y'all giving me y'all real opinion. Hey, Tori Boo. Hey, love. How you feeling? How are you feeling, love? I hope you're feeling better. Y'all feel like the lady came from Miss Netta? Because I feel like she came from Miss Netta. I'm not saying she was clout chasing and that she intended to get no clicks and views off of it. But what I think she came in with an attitude. Miss Netta felt that attitude and she felt your camera on her. She felt you recording her. So it would make sense that she was peeking up, trying to figure out what you got going on. Is she recording me? What this girl got going on over here? Why she keep looking at me? Like, I think anyone's natural reaction, if I'm in a DMV and I notice somebody pointing their phone at me and it got me feeling some type of way, I'm gonna be looking too like, you recording me? I'm likely to ask, are you recording me? Oh no, oh my bad. It's just your phone is facing towards me, and it's been facing towards me for quite a while. Because when you're on a phone, like it's an awkward position. Like it kind of stand out, like when you're recording somebody. You know what I mean? So, and you prove that you was recording her on Snapchat. Miss Netta brought it to the internet, Teresa, but she didn't bring it to the internet from what I saw. It wasn't brought to the internet in a malicious way. Miss Netta was doing like a story time. Hey, I was at the DMV. This is what happened. It was a person who disliked me because of the comments that I made about Black women, but we end up being able to talk, and she got to understand that in person, I am not the same person online. In person, I'm different. And understanding like I don't hate all Black women. It was because of like the back and forth and this is that and the third. Like they had a grown up conversation. So she just was explaining to highlight like if you get a chance to meet me in person, you might change your view about me because you get to be personable with me. It was more like, just for you to understand, like I met someone today. They originally didn't care for me, but after we got to talk, she was able to see like, oh, I'm pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? And the girl took offense to it and was like saying Miss Netta was lying, but she ended up proving Miss Netta case. Like, I don't think Miss Netta came to the internet in a messy way. Not from what I saw. I'm going to keep saying from what I saw. It wasn't messy. It was just her doing a story time and like trying to highlight, hey, I'm not a bad person. If y'all get to see me, talk to me. Ask me questions. We could powwow, and I can break it down. I'm a good person. It was her trying to highlight like I'm a good person. You know what I'm saying? It seemed to me like she was still feeling salty about whatever happened, but when Miss Netta went live, she acted like they ended on a cool note. Right. So Miss Netta and her both agreed that they ended it on a cool note, though. So she had to still feel some type of way, right? She had to not be okay with the conversation or like still have some hate in her heart, because if she seen the same live that I saw, it was no reason for her to be upset. I think in that instance, like she could have hopped on a live later on with Miss Netta and like, hey, I'm the girl from the DMV. I caught you live, and I just want people to know, yeah, that's how things went. We did have a conversation, and yeah, I did feel this way and feel that way. But in person, I was able to get some clarity, and like we good. But instead of that, she decided to go and try to start some mess. But the comments is not in Miss Don Diva favor. They was eating her up in them comments. And she was tussling. She called somebody, she said something about a scoop of a neck. I guess somebody had a short neck or a fat neck. But she was tussling. She was tussling, okay? And I was like, she claimed she wasn't, but she looked like she was fighting for her life, okay? Because she did a video earlier in that day addressing the people that was coming for her. And then when she went live later on, they were still in her comments coming for her. So it looked like she was fighting for her life, in my opinion. But that's my opinion, okay? So her story was truthful. Yeah, that girl is being extra, and she was the one with a problem, not Miss Netta. I see it from your point of view, and I do agree with you. Okay. If anybody disagrees, be sure to put it in the comment section. I would love to hear from you and understand your perspective and why you feel the way you feel. But don't come with no nonsense just because you hate, because I'm the type of person, I like to take things on an individual basis. I don't like to clump everything together. I don't like to say, oh, no, that ain't how it went. They had to be a bad person because they was bad in this scenario or they was wrong in that scenario. No, I like to take each situation and separate them. And a lot of people don't like that, but I don't like to judge one scenario off of a scenario from 1958. You know what I'm saying? I want to meet you right where you are today, because you might not be the same person you was in 1958. You might have changed your whole life, your whole demeanor, your whole attitude. So how dare me still hold something from you from 1958 that I wasn't even present for over your head? But anyway, depending on what it is, that is. Let me throw that, depending on what it is. But I like to take things individual. Some people don't like that about me, but that's just who I am. That's who Summer's Room is. So, something I had forgot about that I want to dive in real quick is, some of y'all might have seen also, Miss Netta was just circulating because it's a girl named Duchess that claimed she filed a trademark to take Miss Netta's name. Not her legal name, but her character name on social media, Miss Netta. She claimed that she trademarked it. Now, I have a couple of, trying to understand, because, we've been through that already over there on Facebook. We've been through this on Facebook with people trademarking or copywriting or whatever, other people's names. And to me, it's weird. And what really are you going to get out of it is my question. I think she was upset still and got her chance to take her jab because Miss Netta bought. Bam! Okay, sure, we agree. We on the same page. We agree. We saying the same thing. We agree. So the Lady Duchess claims that Miss Netta striked her page. She doesn't like that Miss Netta spoke about Black women. She doesn't like the things she said about Black women and their children waking up unalive. She doesn't like the things that Miss Netta has said on social media regarding Black women. She also claims that Miss Netta was in her live stream in the comments and was talking about her kids. However, Miss Netta says she don't know who the lady is. Now, if you go on TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook, probably Instagram too, you can type in Miss Netta and you'll find duplicate pages that looks identical to her page. The only way you will know that the page is not hers is if you check the following and the following and like the videos. But some of the pages are going video for video. And another way to know is if they ever went live or not, because Miss Netta go live. So like if you can't really click on a page and verify that it's actually her, it's most likely a troll because they know they can get things stirred up. They want her to look bad. People do that to a lot of people on social media, right? So I'm not saying it wasn't Miss Netta, but I'm just saying based on the things she said, it really is not proof that it actually was her. And just because your page gets striked doesn't mean that it was Miss Netta. Unless she copyright strikes you, and if the copyright worked the same way like on Facebook and YouTube, it's going to send you information with her information. Like if she copyright strike you on Facebook or YouTube, you're going to get her actual contact information. Now, I don't know how TikTok works, but I know TikTok is very finicky. You can't say certain things. You can't do certain things. You can't mention certain things because it will flag you. It will strike you. They will get you out of here. So it could have just been the way they were talking on the live. It could have been their verbiage. It could have been anything that got them striked. But they're automatically assuming that it's Miss Netta. So she claiming that she's going to trademark Miss Netta name. But something that stuck out to me when I was covering the story was she had brought up that it was two types of trademark, which I didn't actually know about until her video. So shout out, you helped me learn something new. But when she said the trademark she was using, it was for international trademarking. And from what I understood and what I read, you have to have already a trademark either established or pending in the U.S. before you can trademark something internationally. The international trademark is when you want to take your already brand international, but you can't start there from my understanding. So I'm like, did she do it right? She might not have did it right. And then I'm like, even if she did do it right, something I was trying to say was, and Darius Cooks actually covered this, and he said the same thing I said a couple of days ago. Just because you trademarked it doesn't mean Miss Netta is not going to be able to use the name. Because first and foremost, it depends on the area and how you're using it. Secondly, Miss Netta has established her name. Like she's been on TV, she's selling merchandise, and outside of those things, people know who Miss Netta is. They know Joe Netta Robinson as Miss Netta. And she's been on social media for years. And so when you try to create a LLC or trademark or copyright something, it's grace period, and it's like a 5-year window when you trademark something originally for someone to put in a claim like, no, this was me, I had it first. And if that person can establish a history with it, and or improve like you maliciously did this, like you did it with knowledge, because I think it's a box or something when you trademark a name that asks you, are you aware of anyone else using that name in the same manner or something like that? So if you check the box saying, no, you are not aware of anybody using it, you lied. That's fraud, right? And if you check that somebody does have it, that's you acknowledging that somebody else already had the name. So if Miss Netta do put in a claim with the trademark, you know, hey, no, this is my name. I've been using it, da 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 da. You know, a judge may be inclined to say, no, you can't use that trademark. Or, oh, well, she can still use it even though you're trademarking it because she was using it in this space. So I'm wondering, like, what would be the reason for trademarking Miss Netta's name? Like, what would you accomplish in that? Because if it's to stop her, because, and it has to be to stop her, because you said you was going to send her a cease and desist letter anytime she used the name. You was going to come after her seasonings, all kinds of stuff that you were going to do. So the purpose would be to stop her. So if you trademark the name and it doesn't actually do that, you just wasted your money, your time, and your energy for nothing. And I personally think that is weird to try to take someone's name that you know has been out here creating a platform for themselves or has a business for themselves. Like, I think that's weird. That's just my own opinion. You dislike someone, you don't like the things they said, stop talking about them. Every time you talk about Miss Netta, whether it is negative or positive, you're keeping her relevant because you know what they do? You started a fire with her name and people going to run to go see what Miss Netta going to say about it. So her numbers just going to go up. I say it all the time. If you don't like somebody, don't watch them, don't talk about them. Matter of fact, whoever come into your live, put it into your what is it called? Manager. It's like a content manager on social media. I don't know. TikTok has one. Anytime somebody mentions her name, it won't even show up in your comment section. The best thing to do is to snuff someone out. Don't even mention them. If you don't like them, if you don't want to dialogue about them, if you don't want to give them no increase, if you want to see them poof disappear, stop mentioning them. But I thought that it was strange. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought it was strange. I can understand how some people feel some type of way about some of the things that Miss Netta said. You know, if people don't care if she meant about the people that hate her, people want to overlook the things that she's went through on social media. That's your choice. You know, do what you do. I'm not going to tell nobody how to feel no type of way. But I thought that was strange and a waste of money because trademarks cost a couple dollars. And from my understanding, the one that she did, the Madrisa or whatever it's called, is cheaper than a U.S. patent trademark. But it still costs a couple dollars. I don't want to spend $5 and lose it. Call me tight or whatever, you know, whatever. That's just how I feel. I think this lady is doing too much as well. Miss Netta did not to this lady at the end of the day. Miss Netta did nothing to this lady personally, so she needs to stop it. That's what I feel. But a lot of people, you know, took it personal. Hey, Jamie Boo. Hey, love. How you doing, love? So the last topic that I want to cover is Brenay and Akira. Now, some of y'all might be like, who is Brenay? Who is Akira? Who are these people? You know, listen, you gotta watch my highlights. But let me give y'all a backstory. I kind of told y'all a little bit already. Brenay used to be married, or I think she's still married to Devin. I don't think their divorce is final yet. Brenay was married to Devin. She was known on TikTok for her long nails, clickety-clacks. She got real big boobs. She used to well, she still does create content, vlog her life, her long nails, click-clacks, or whatever like that. Her and her husband at the time would create content together. They were married, I forget for how long, 6-7 years or something like that. And Devin had a cousin at the time named Tim, who was also married to Akira. Now, Tim and Akira and Brenay and Devin used to double date. They used to link up, go out, have the kid. And now Tim and Akira got kids. So they would have the kids over. They would do family content. They would go to their house. This is that, the third blase blues. So they went from loving each other to we got radio silence to now Brenay and Devin is getting a divorce. But not even a month space had passed in between the separation of Brenay and Devin, and Brenay was now dating Tim. Now Tim was the cousin of Devin. Okay? And also you also was the friend of the wife when y'all were all together. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, what in the weirdo stuff is going on? So Tim and Akira broken up. Brenay and Devin broken up. Brenay and Tim get together, move in together. It seemed like he lived with her in her new townhouse. From my understanding, he also has his own place. And then Akira and Devin is on a healing journey. He was a big guy. He done lost some weight. He modeling now. He getting himself together. He seemed super depressed at first, but he seemed like he getting his bearings together. Akira said, first of all, Brenay, if you think you're just gonna come in here and walk out the door with my husband and you're not gonna give me some of them coins, you're sadly mistaken. Because Akira is suing Brenay, okay? So Akira is suing Brenay, claiming she is the reason why her marriage fell apart. Okay? So let's fast forward a little bit because it's been some back and forth. Y'all gotta go catch those clips. The last clip I put up about Brenay and Akira, I put the links for the videos you need to watch to catch up on what I'm talking about, okay? So Akira is suing Brenay. So recently, Akira submitted a form that is summoning, is that a word? Summoning? She's being summoned to turn in documentation dating back to 2021 up into 2024. Now, when I read 2021, I thought their situation just started this past January. The soon-to-be ex-wife, Akira, she wants text messages, not only from her phone, but from WhatsApp, all social media interactions, videos, and everything. She wants social media, text messages. I think she asked for bank statements. Did she ask for bank statements? I want to say she asked for bank statements or transactions or something like that. And I'm like, why would she be asking stuff for 2021? Now, catch this tea. Tim and Brenay's mom had get alive. And Tim's mom claims that Tim and his soon-to-be ex-wife relationship was already on the rocks, that they were going through stuff for the last 2 years, that he had been wanting to leave, but his ex-wife, soon-to-be ex-wife Akira, allegedly said she would unalive herself and their children, so he felt obligated to stay. Now, this is alleged. I don't know nothing about it to be true. I don't think I heard Akira confirm that or nothing. Akira confirmed that or nothing like that. I don't know if she did a live debunking it either. I'm not sure. So when that came out, I was like, damn. I'm like, it still don't justify Brenay talking to the boy though, because that was y'all hung together in your marriage. That's weird. That's crossing the boundary. And it's supposed to be your husband's cousin. How you end up with your husband's cousin when y'all break up? Like, that's just a no-no. And then she tried to justify it by saying, well, me and Tim dated first. He was my first boyfriend when we was teenagers. Girl, y'all was 14 years old. That old girl, 14. Stop trying to justify it. You was in this lady home, spending the night in her house, and not even a month later, you and her husband are together. You break up with your husband and end up with her husband. It's giving y'all already was dealing with each other. Because who logically could say, oh no, after I broke up with my husband, all of a sudden, his cousin was just, he was my leaning shoulder, and we just decided to be together in 2 weeks. No, that don't make sense. The timeline don't make sense. There's no way you want to make that make sense. Y'all already had feelings or already was dealing. It was already some stuff going on, in my opinion. So I'm like, why would Akira be asking for stuff from 2021? And so I thought about the allegation of the mom saying that their marriage had been on the rocks already. And I'm like, would it be crazy if the reason for Akira and Tim's marriage being rocky was because she thought he was cheating? And what if he had been cheating with Brenay, who at the time was Devin's wife, the cousin? What if she had been cheating with, what if Tim had been cheating with Brenay this whole time and was the cause for Tim and Akira's marriage to be rocky? Because I'm like, why would she be requesting stuff from 2021? It's either she's fishing for something or she already has proof of something. So she's just trying to confirm it. It's one of the two, because I'm like, why waste, or you just playing in her face? I mean, there's a small chance she could just be trying to give her a hard time, right? But I'm like, you spending money on lawyers, and everything, and you follow emotions, I'm leaning more towards she know that either she came across something or she's fishing for something, one or the other. That is my thoughts. If you guys want to chime in on anything that I covered, you're more than welcome to do so in the comment section. Let me know. Let me know. So those are the stories that I wanted to cover today. We got into the Miss Netta and the DMV tea. We got into the Miss Netta and trademark tea. And we also got into the Brenay and the Kira tea. I hope you guys were able to follow along with what I was talking about. If you're not and you still feel a little lost, I want you to go and watch the videos that's associated with what I just talked about. Just go to my page and look for Brenay and Akira. Go to my page and look for Miss Netta. It's the last couple of videos of Miss Netta you can watch for what I just spoke about, and hopefully it will catch you up on what I just dialogued about. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to see if anybody had any comments. My comments is not moving at all, but it say people here, so to see if anybody had any input so I can read it. But if not, we're gonna be getting up out of here. We're gonna be getting up out of here because I don't think I did too bad. I was able to cover my stuff and I kept it at an hour because y'all know I hate going past an hour. But while I'm waiting for y'all, I'm gonna do an update tomorrow on my journey because this is the end of day 3 of my liquid diet. I feel real good. I'm about to go check off my last couple of stuff. I'm about to go do my book to set my intentions for tomorrow because we are intentional over here and we are setting goals so we can be successful. Okay. Well, I don't see no comments. I don't know if my YouTube broke because it say I'm not here by myself. Let me just check and see. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I enjoyed you. I hope you enjoyed me. If you missed it, well, thank you guys for tuning in. I enjoyed. Sorry about that. If you missed it, don't be afraid to catch the replay. Hashtag replay in the comments so I know you was here. Don't be afraid to comment because sometimes I do reply. And I enjoy reading your feedback. If you are not, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. Follow me on all platforms. I am on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, but I don't really do too much on Instagram. But make sure you follow me on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook to catch the latest tea and to hear my little 2 cents when I have some 2 cents to give. I also restarted back my Sip and Chat. Okay. I don't know if it'll be every day, but make sure you follow and Sip and Chat on YouTube, you guys. Please go follow Sip and Chat on YouTube. As soon as I'm able to go live, I want to start streaming my lives there. I do stream it on this YouTube and Facebook, but I normally remove the video and drop it on the Sip and Chat panel for the replay. So I'm enjoying the revamp of Sip and Chat, and I hope to see some of your beautiful, beautiful faces in there when you can. Oh, and don't forget to follow the group chat girlies. I know it's been a little quiet, but y'all know my girl Jack Fat. Georgia went through Hurricane Helene. She's getting her life back together and stuff like that. So once we get everything situated and settled, we will be dropping new content, and hopefully we'll have a live for you guys soon. Okay. I enjoyed y'all. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed me, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Nice. The tea is coming soon. We got the tea. If you're at home or on the move, but you gotta stay tuned. Stay tuned, y'all. Summer's room. The tea is coming soon. We got the tea. If you're at home or on the move, but you gotta stay tuned. Stay tuned, y'all. Summer's room.
Be sure to smash that follow button on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.